Hi friends, we are so excited to have you with us. I am Gaia.
I'm Rhonna.
We're here today to talk about the Italy retreat coming up in September. A little bit of background story. I used to be a construction manager and a structure engineer for a high stressful job, or I thought it was the job, but reality, I thought that was life. I was living in this high level of stress that would condition also the choice I would make, and not just work-wise and the way I would show up, but also the choice in my personal life, because I had that FOMO of having to always do something and recreate that stress pattern over and over and again until eventually I burned out. That opened up a lot of self-reflection, connecting to my deeper purpose, which now combine modern science of the nervous system regulation with yoga therapy and sound healing.
My name is Rhonna. My background is architecture. I found yoga also through wanting to figure out what to do with life and making it less stressful. Somewhat along the way, I also found art, and then it turned into theurapeutical art sessions, which got us together
We're
for
gonna
that.
bring to the retreat.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about today a little bit more.
So our retreat goes beyond the mat. The yoga practice is something you don't traditionally experience in the Western world, where it's very physically oriented. Our goal is to go back to the roots of yoga, which is a state of being more than a shape. The morning practice will connect you back to Ayurvedic kriyas that cleanse the body from inside out and connect deeper to your physical body, but also your energetic body, getting a better understanding on how they work together and how they support you throughout your life, no matter what you're doing. The retreat is also aligning through a full moon, a specific time where the cosmic energies support us in let go what no longer serve us. We're gonna release all the stress that we have accumulated in the body, but also we're gonna shed limiting belief with some subconscious mind work. We will be integrating throughout practices, workshop and activities, something that would help your subconscious mind and your nervous system to retrain itself, rewire into a healthier pattern of balance, but also deeper connection with your heart for a more fulfilling life. We tend in our modern life to live up here in our head, and we forget that this is where life should come from. This is why we bring Rhonna into the retreat, because her work is truly transformational. Once we shed all this layer, we're connecting to our heart to express yourself from a place of truthfulness. So I'm super excited to have Rhonna authoring this therapeutic session, which will be a beautiful way to connect to yourself, but also to connect to the people around you that are gonna come to share this journey with you, because there is a deep meaning in the sense of community and not being alone. There are studies showing that your stress level decrease when you are able to talk about it with a loved one, with a trust person that doesn't judge you, and will provide this non-judgmentally welcome environment of like-minded people that are on the same path of self-discovery for opening up a more peaceful and fulfilling life.
The more I think about it, I feel like working towards to the end of the retreat, you're preparing the path. The art session that we're going to put together, it's not really art, but it's more combining everything that you will be offering everyone into tangible piece that they can bring home. Almost like a reminder that just because you left the space of what you've offered for them to heal, or that piece would be a reminder that they can still access that somewhat. And there's a remembrance of the experience of a collective of people doing the same things.
Think about it more when your car battery is dead, you need to jumpstart it to get the car running again. So that's what we're gonna be doing, but then we'll offer tools for you to bring home, simple, easy, quick, that you can integrate in your daily life to continue the car to run smoothly. And this art piece that culminate the retreat, it's not just an art piece, it's more an emotion, a feeling, a state that you represent on that canvas that help you guide your journey in those days that maybe you don't feel that way, but you would love to. It's a nice reminder of bringing it to back to life by just looking at it. You may have heard about vision board. It's almost like a vision board. It can be put in a place that reminds you that It just takes 5 minutes a day, but every day with awareness, knowing what to do with yourself to actually just stay in a balanced place in life.
I want to just add my own experience through Gaia's feed is there was a group of us, a small group of us that took a class with her. Even within that same week, I forgot to tell you, one of the ladies that came let me know that one of the tips that you gave us that night helped her that week. And she was in a scenario that she was reminded by what you had mentioned during the class, and it really helped her in that situation. It's like just it's all connected to the nervous system. I've forgotten to tell you. Thank you. So that's an example of like even just that tiny little portion of it made a difference. So I can't imagine like a whole retreat, what that could serve somebody. So I'm excited for that.
And that's the idea behind the retreat, is that yoga is for everybody. I feel sometimes yoga has become intimidating. That's why yoga is branched out into yoga therapy that goes back to the roots and make yoga accessible to everybody, because ultimately it's a state of union between your body, your mind, and your heart. It's not something that we do to show off our pretty bodies. Actually, that's gonna come with it. The more you are aligned, the more you make healthy choice for yourself throughout your whole field of life, and not just on the mat. And that's the idea behind it.
And it's like creating the bridge between the thinking and the heart. What I like about when we started talking is that we were trying to brainstorm how can we make this experience extra unique. What we've put together to make it so unique, where a piece of the place where you are experiencing the retreat will be part of that work, because energy is everything, right? I believe that in art there's energy besides like the colors that you put on it, but there's energy of the pieces, where the pieces came from. Using resources in the local vicinity will be on this piece that will help carry over the experience that the people will have in the space.
That tags along with the special place where the retreat would be. I'm not just very proud of it because Italy is my home country, but I truly did researches on the places and end up choosing this 1,000 years old monastery that really symbolized the path of rebirth of the retreat. So like this structure, it was an old structure, got a remodel. They kept the beautiful original wall, but then they add the luxury into it. That's the idea that we're going to experience within ourselves. We're going to first do a little bit of the artwork or remodeling our internal escapes by letting go what doesn't serve us anymore. Then feeling that space with this gratitude, the joy, the creativity, the purpose, and the peace within. The choice of the location is truly like remembering day after day, moment after moment, that you're following the same path, that you have the ability to choose from the past what serves you and empowers you, and to let go those stories that no longer serves you, and open up the space to create a new version of you, like this beautiful monastery that now is like literally a luxury heaven surrounded by all the forest. It's gonna really support our journey. And even like the sightseeing throughout the retreat, we're gonna first sightseeing Bologna as a way to connect with the people, the community, the art and culture, and the food, because Bologna is one of the richest places for Italian food. Also, we are gonna do a second visit after we have shedding all this layer to San Leo, which is a medieval town, and it's this castle on top of a rock with 360 view of the landscape. And that's the idea of, that's what you just did. You open up the infinite possibility around you, and now you can see them because of the work you're put in. Everything has been thoughtful with meaning. It's not just a yoga escape. It's really a life-changing experience that you got to embark on with souls that are on the same journey as you, with our support throughout the journey, so that you can share the experience with the community.
Yeah, I wanted to add, because you talked about the monastery. That's actually what drew me into asking Gaia a little bit more about the retreat. Our environment is a mirror of what can happen within us. And the fact that it was a monastery and then reinvented into this new sanctuary like feel, and I'm sure I haven't been, but I like the pictures, I can feel the space, and it's beautiful. It's almost like a reflection of what you plan to offer, reevaluating, reinventing, clearing things that are stuck. And so I feel like the whole experience is to like capture all of the experience, not just in their body, but just everything around them that's hugging them with, because of this monastery and the Italy ambience and everything.
Yeah.
When I had my experience in Italy, I always told my colleagues, I'm like, there's just something in the air. Like there's some kind of like creativity in the air and just kind of very soulful, and it happens to you without even trying almost, you know.
Sure.
But then to put your workshops and the planned out schedule and itinerary, and gone to a yoga retreat before too, but I feel like there's a lot more uniqueness to this that I haven't really experienced from a yogi point of view because of just the therapy behind it and the different workshop too.
Right.
So
And
I'm
then-
excited.
Yeah, me too, actually. Like my guiding principle is that you are the 5 people you spend the most time with. So imagine this being in this immersive experience surrounded by people that are actually doing the same work. That's so powerful and really gonna help propel us forward. Feel supported and push a little over your comfort zone because of the community around is doing exactly the same that you're doing. But also the environment that we surround ourselves with impact everything. Your limiting belief, the story that are blocking you right now, they are coming from the environment you've been surrounding yourself consciously or unconsciously throughout your life. So again, imagine if for 1 week you are immersed in a place that is inspiring this rebirth, an historical place that carry that energy of connection between the best of the past and the possibility of the future.
Absolutely.
Imagine that being your new story, supported by everything that surrounds you. So I'm really excited as well, and I want to offer everything with a meaning. So every choice I made for this retreat is a specific intention behind it. It's not just, oh, let's go for a week in a place that is pretty. There is an intention, a meaning behind everything. And there's going to be also some fun because life needs to be fun. We're doing some cooking classes. We're going to have 2 hours at the spa that has been built inside the monastery. We're going to walk around the surrounding forest. So it's going to be a combination of what life should be.
Absolutely.
Some playfulness, some deep work, community, connection, and inspiration.
I love all the yoga retreats I've been to, but there's just something with like what you're saying exactly, with the space, the plan that you have for all the yoga therapy and sound bath. It's almost like you can't put it to words. Like you have to be in it to understand what all of this sum together would offer somebody. And then the echo of the old monastery, like I can just imagine, because I remember going to a monastery when I lived there, and I would sit outside just so I can hear the echo of the singing inside. I just know it's almost like its own bowl. Right? But we're gonna be in it. Like it's just like I get goosebumps thinking about it. So I'm excited.
We're just super excited. I do this work to really give the max value I can possibly think of. It's not for me, it's for you. And if you're curious about it, maybe a good place to be is to just contact us and just schedule a 15 minutes phone call to clarify any doubt, any question, any fear. Remembering that taking action from a place of courage doesn't mean not having any fear, but it means take an action that is going to serve you despite the fears. If this is you, ask more information or join us.
Any questions? And curiosity is a good way to start. If you're curious, there's something behind that.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you for listening and hope you will see you soon.
thank you.